This series is all about you. I'm reviewing your squad and we're gonna see what we have today. We have 5 squads to review, and if you want to be in next week's video, make sure you join the Discord and send your team in. But let's look at the first team. And I already don't want to review the teams anymore. I'm already done. Look at those 2 strikers. Team of the year, Mbappe. And team of the season, Ben Yedder. And if I look at the team name, first owner. Which means he packed it.
You're joking.
Then I also see 4 red picks that are in your main team. And that looks very cool. I'm not gonna lie. I love red picks in the team. EA loves you, man. EA loves giving you sweaty players. Team of the year, Mbappe. Team of the season, Ben Yedder. Team of the season, Diaby as a red pick. And team of the season, Varane. That's crazy. And then also red pick, Ruben Diaz, Trippier, and Kimmich. Of course, Trippier is not really a crazy pick to get, but he's one of the best right backs in the game. So that's very nice that you got him. Ruben Diaz, crazy as well, especially next to Varane. A more agile defender in Varane with a more bulky center back in Ruben Diaz. So I think those 2 really work well together. And I know it's an untradeable team, but I do think that Nuno Mendes would maybe fix your left back position and chemistry, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like that fixes it. But besides that, your defense is crazy. Zinchenko is decent, but if you look at the rest of the team, I don't know, that there could be other options, but nah, Zinchenko does do the job. But 2 chemistry, and also on Ruben Diaz, 2 chemistry. That's maybe the downside of your team by the looks of it. Addison against me, always good. Was an SBC, so you cannot do him anymore. If you have him, that's cool. And if he works for you, that's amazing. Then your midfield is Kimmich and Bruno. Very sick midfield. I don't know how you play in game. I feel like you might play this formation as well, or something along the sides of this, or maybe a 4-2-3-1. That could also be with like a probably Ben Yedder Cam or something like that. But yeah, your midfield is good. They're not the tallest midfielders, but they're definitely good, and I think they do the job. They're both very good on that midfield, defensively and offensively as well. And Diaby, he's a nightmare. Gnabry is actually very good as well. Every time when I play against him, he is very good. So can't say much about that. And we already talked about your attack. And the fact that everything is first owner is crazy. Very nicely done on building this team with first owner team. One of the first teams where there are no icons or heroes in. So I don't know if you did that on purpose or if you just didn't really pack good ones. But yeah, very sick team. And if I have to rate this team, Zinchenko and Ruben Diaz are not on full cam. I have to give it a 9 out of 10. The fact that it's first owner, the fact that you have an untradeable team of the year, Mbappe, and 4 red picks in your team, all on full cam pretty much except Ruben Diaz. You gotta give respect to that, even though you have some sweaty players. So yes, a 9 out of 10 for this squad. Then, if we go to the next squad, I wanted to say, but there is not much of a squad left. He traded in his entire team into an SBC. With players like Lucio, Chiellini, Toure. Of course, at the moment, they're not the most expensive players anymore, with Lucio only being like 100k and Toure not being much more. But why? Like, I know you're maybe done with the game. Maybe it's all like, okay, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm not gonna play the game anymore, but still, you grinded for your team. You put effort in it. If you don't want to play the game, just leave it there. Don't ruin your team. Either sell the players if they're worth something, if they're tradable. Just keep them in your club and just don't open the game anymore. Because if there's anywhere in the summer or whatever that you want to play again, then you don't have anything. So that's kind of a waste. And then you're also a red with Lone R9. Played already a lot of games with him. Net Fedongle. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, this is a 0 out of 10. And in the third team, we see the first red pick from Liga, and that's Marquinhos. Couldn't even be bothered putting a cam style on him. The same with Davies, the same with Coman. Where are your cam styles at?
I don't know, Jeff.
Why are they not there? Use them. Like Saka, he has no chemistry style on him, but that's fine, because that's actually his best cam style. The rest, put something on it, man. But then, yeah, Eusebio, still very good. Mbappe, player of the month. You sweat. Coman, I really like, but 3-star weak foot. So, as a main player, I'm not sure if he's good enough. But as a super sub, I really enjoy him. So if you can get away with a 3-star weak foot, if you play it a certain way, that's fine. Fair enough. Saka, I feel they made him less good. I don't know if that's just me, but he was super good for me. But now he's kind of like, he's replaceable. Marquinhos, Kimmich, very nice midfield. Very nicely balanced in that way. Like they both can attack and defend, and Marquisio being a little bit stronger player, I feel like. So that's great. And that Davies is a nightmare to play against. He is so good. That Davies is so good. You still have Ramos, but I want to say I do understand, because you have now Red Marquinhos and you have Player of the Month Mbappe. So I do understand you have him for the chemistry. But honestly, I don't think your defense is going to be that great. I feel like Ramos and Marquinhos don't really work great together. Like, individually, they're very good defenders. But I feel like they're two similar players there. Like, what you want in defense is one being super stocky and one being agile. That's kind of the balance that I like the most. That's my personal preference. Otherwise, you just miss something. And I feel like they're too close to each other in that way. But yeah, great defense. I can't say much about it besides that. And Capita, always a good right back. I know this year a lot of people like him as a center back, but especially last year I loved him as a right back, and I think he's still good as a right back. I don't personally use him at the moment, but yeah, as a right back, really good. Unless you're a sweat and you play like 5 at the back or something, but you have as your team name 4-3-2-1, so I think you play 4-3-2-1. But to be fair, I don't know how that works chemistry wise, but Frimpong that you have benched is better than Capita on the right back. That Frimpong is really, really good, and your other players on the bench are great as well. Good that you don't have a Warren as your sub, but with the sweaty FUT champs that it was this weekend, I would understand if you had him as a sub. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was so sweaty. You gotta play a little bit sweaty yourself this weekend. But if I have to rate this team, it's not really special in that way. Like, you have some good red picks. You have some good players. But for example, your Davies not a full cam. Missing chemistry styles. I don't know. Like, I feel like I have to give this a 7.5 out of 10. It's just nothing special, in my opinion. And if we then go to the fourth team. At the first team, I said there were no icons at all. And here it's almost full of icons. The rest is team of the season or team of the year. First of all, Griezmann. Amazing. Such a good player. So cool that you have him. No matter how good he is, he will never be a sweaty player, and he's just amazing. He's very, very good. Mid Zidane, still good. Can't complain about that. Like, the difference between his mid and his prime isn't that much. And if you like him, then yeah, he's still definitely usable. Even though team of the season is here now, and there are a lot of players that stat-wise outplay him, he's still unique on the field, and he's still very good. I still use him myself. Mateus, very good. Keane, decent. I think team of the seasons are better than Keane, but I feel like Mateus is also kind of the same as with Zidane. It's like somewhat special, you know. Mid Jorginho, get him out. What is he doing here? Then Casemiro, one of the best CDMs in the game. Team of the year, Hernandez. That's just sick. Sick that you have him. Trophy Titan Blanc, very good card as well. Don't know if he's slowly getting behind the power curve. I barely play against him, so I don't really know, but from what I know, he is pretty good. But I don't know if team of the season caught up to him. Lone Varane, what are you doing? What are you doing with a Lone Varane? And why did you already play however many games you play with him? You played at least 8 games with him. Why do you have a Lone Varane? You also don't really have a center back on the bench. Get a center back, man. What are you doing? And then Prime Cafu, sick card. Very sick card. I almost never see him, I'm not gonna lie. And De Gea, a goalie is a goalie, you know. He's on 2 chemistry, which is kind of like probably another coach would fix it. But probably you use your coach to get Griezmann on full cam. That's kind of a letdown that your goalie is then not on full cam. But again, if a goalie works for you, he works for you. I just don't know if your Van der Sar is untradeable, yes or no? Or if it's a loan. Because if it's really your card, then get him there instead of De Gea. And figure chemistry out in another way if you need chemistry. But that card is better than De Gea for sure. So if you have him, make sure you use it. But if I have to rate this squad, I want to say it's definitely higher than a previous squad, but the problem is this loan card. That's what's really holding me back, because besides that, it's very good. You have Jorginho, which is a big minus. 33 other icons on the midfield, they're decent, not amazing, just good. I'm not gonna deduct points for it, but also no bonus points. Griezmann, amazing. Casemiro, very good CDM. Your defense, very good, and players that you don't see all the time, but they have a loan. So just because of that loan and that Jorginho, I kind of wanted to give this an 8 out of 10, but because of those, they both deduct an entire point. So I gotta give it a 6 out of 10. Then we go to the last team. And in Discord, he added the text that he bought a Warren on purpose just to piss me off. Well, you managed. You managed. Why is he there? It looks like such an amazing team, especially your defense. Like, okay, you don't have full cam on Balde, but it's a sick team. Koundé, crazy, almost 1 million. De Ligt, one of the better center backs in the game. Like, whenever I play against him, he's scary good. Frimpong, very good. Also on 2 chemistry, though. Then your 2 midfielders. Goretzka, insane card. Thuram, replaceable. Okocha, very fun card. Owaron, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Gold Mbappe. Do I need to talk about it? I don't know. To be fair, he does have Sanchez. And Sanchez is a crazy good card. And that way you can link him up a little bit more. And you maybe need a link, so that's all right. But now with Ligue 1 Team of the Season out there, maybe you can get that Owaron out and get someone else there. Guess, what is he doing? Why do I still talk about him? Why do I keep talking about it? From now on, if Owaron is in the team, it's a guaranteed -1, and I won't even mention him anymore. That's what's gonna happen from now on. It's enough. But yeah, in general, a very, very good team, and I would be definitely scared to play against this team. Like I said, Thuram, in my opinion, replaceable. Warren, of course, as well. Your left back and right back on 2 chemistry. But besides that, an insane team. I'm gonna give it, like, your defense really boosts, and Sanchez really boosts the rating. I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. Yeah, guys, if you want to be part of this video next week, make sure to join the Discord in the description down below. Go to FIFA Teams, drop your team there, and if you do that next weekend, you have the best chance of being in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we've talked about Griezmann before in this video, so if you want to see how good he actually is, you can check that out right here.